When I say I want to deal 20 damage, nobody panics. It's all part of the plan. But when I say I want to deal 60 damage, well, everyone just loses their minds. What is up, my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Dimir Mill. This has been a deck that's floated around in Modern for a while, in the fringes of obscurity. But we're going to celebrate the real nice, clean wording on Glimpse the Unthinkable now. Mill has been added as a keyword to Magic. Instead of saying target player puts top 10 cards of her library into their graveyard, now we get to say target player mills 10 cards, and that's pretty great. And this is probably the cleanest looking mill deck I think I've ever seen. I can't pronounce his name. Mauricio998 went 5-0 with it in a Magic Online league, and just looks extremely clean. We're playing good interactive spells here. We have Fatal Push and Drown the Loch, which should functionally be 2-mana counterspell Terminate in this deck. We're not overloading on a bajillion mill effects. We just got the really good ones here. Of course, we have Visions from Beyond, which is an awesome card draw engine in this deck. 1 blue, draw a card. If your graveyard has 20 or more cards, it's Ancestral Recall, which is awesome. And we have recursive mill elements like Hedron Crab, which mills for landfall, and then Manic Scribe, which will mill on ETB, as well as with Delirium, and Mesmeric Orb, which will mill whenever a player untaps a permanent. Then we have the big one-shot effects of Archive Trap and Glimpse the Unthinkable. But we're also just playing cards that do things. You know, one of the problems these mill decks have is they're sort of like a weird burn deck where they're lava spiking you, but until they deal 60 damage, the cards don't do anything, much like Lava Spike has the same effect. So we're playing, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Drown the Loch, 2 Collective Brutalities, a Search for Azcanta, of course, Surgical Extraction, kind of a necessity in these decks. We play against Dredge or something, making them mill 10 cards is not really good for us. So main deck Surgicals can help out as well. And just seems like a super clean list. And the big one here in any racing matchup is Crypt Incursion. Play against any creature deck or burn deck. This is going to be 3 mana to gain a lot of life. Like, a lot. So, pretty cool. Mana base got Field of Ruins, a Shelldock Isle is a super cool card. If the player has 20 or less cards in her library, you can play a card for free. And mana base is pretty clean. A lot of basics, which is nice. And again, this list just looks super, super clean. Definitely interested to try it out. Sideboard's got a lot of good ones here. And Mystical Dispute, of course. Mystical Dispute and Aether Gust, just every format, every sideboard ever. Acolyte Truth's kind of interesting. I'm not exactly sure what we want this for. Maybe like Leyline of Sanctity. I could see that. Damnation and Bontu's Last Reckoning to kill creatures. Extirpate as an extra copy of Surgical Extraction. 2 Ashiok Dream Render, kind of nice here. We have a mill effect that's also a hate effect against search effects as well as graveyards, which is pretty cool. And then an explosive, so must for every blue deck, and 2 copies of Ensnaring Bridge. So pretty simple strategy here. We are going to be trying to run our opponent out of cards. Simple as that. And of course, for those who don't know, if your opponent goes to draw a card with no cards in their deck, they lose the game. That's the caveat there if you're wondering what's going on here. So that's the deck, and let's jump to our matches. But first, quick word from our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com.
CoolStuffInc.com now has their own branded sleeves. These sleek, matte finished sleeves will keep all standard size cards safe and protected. Get yours today at CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, let's go. Round 1 here with Dimir Mill. Win and die roll. Love to see it. And, well, I hope our opponent's playing Fetch Lands. If our opponent's playing Fetch Lands, this hand is actually absurd. Because we're going to mill 26 cards to start. And then we're going to have 2 Ancestral Recalls in our hand. So, pretty easy keep here for our first one. We do have a Hedron Crab and no Fetch Lands. So, our Crab doesn't look great. But just a hand of Island, Visions, Trap seems pretty awesome. Obviously, if our opponent's not playing search effects, that could be a problem, but it's Modern. Definitely playing search effects. All right, so Watery Grave, shocking the Crab, and Sig out. Let's see what we can do here. Blood Crypt. Lightning Bolt. Sure. So I have to assume our opponent is playing fetch lands. Another Ancestral Recall. All right, so we just say go here. And we're just hoping our opponent cracks fetch land, because that would be very beneficial to us. Get these Visions of Beyonds going. That's bad. So now I know not to crack a fetch land. Got a full house here. All right, I mean, this is going to resolve. They take one of the Visions, and now we're in this game of chicken where they can't crack a fetch land, or we archive trap them a million times. And if they have, I mean, obviously if they have a bunch of non-fetches in their hand, that would really suck for us. But, you know, most mana bases in Modern are, you know, at least half fetch lands. Obviously they have Black Leaf Glyphs. Why not? Why not, you know? So we'll just draw. Well, what's the saying? Better lucky than good? Indeed. So there's no May here. Opponent's got to search. They can fail to find, but they have to search. So Field of Ruin plus Archive Trap is peanut butter and jelly. Dark Confidant, sure. And a Delta. All right, so we're just going to crack the Field of Ruin on the Blood Crypts, which also allow us to play Ancestral Recall, and things are looking pretty nice here. Blood Crypt. We should actually archive trap them twice in response to Field of Ruin now, try and spike their basic. Probably should have done it in response to the Delta, honestly, but okay, so they have Lightning Skelementals, Dreadbore. We're like a Rakdos, like probably an Unearth kind of Jund sort of deck. Lightning Skelemental, Dark Confidant, Seasoned Pyromancer, Lightning Bolt. I would say definitely likely to have Unearth, but now we have Ancestral Recall. Opponent's got 30 cards in their graveyard, so we'll draw 3. Crypt Incursion, Glimpse the Unthinkable. Crypt Incursion is pretty good against Unearth, that's for sure. We get to recall again. We also have Brutality here and kill their Dark Confidant, but I think I would rather, I guess getting Lightning Skelemental isn't even that bad. Crypt Incursion right now would gain us some life and exile some things. Let's just cast Visions first and see what we draw. And decide what we want to do. Mesmeric Orb and Fatal Push. Sure. I mean, now we could just like push Dark Confidant and then glimpse them again. And if we get Lightning Skelemental, we discard like land Brutality, I guess. Sure, I think that's fine. I don't think leaving up Crypt Incursion is super important. So Glimpse, mill a bunch more cards. There's 2 Unearths. So we might get Skelemental this turn. We'll just discard land and probably Brutality. And then we can just play Orb and Incursion. And say we're in pretty good shape here. We are pretty safely at 18 life. Incursion can gain a bunch of life as well. We only have 13 cards left. Pretty good start. Pretty good start. Visions from Beyond ain't bad. Definitely ain't bad. They had double Unearth here. So they're going to Unearth the Pyromancer, not the Lightning Skelemental, which is pretty interesting because they're just going to draw more cards. Discarding Kroxa. So Kroxa's kind of cute, obviously, because they can use all the cards in their graveyard, but Cling to Dust might Glimpse the Unthinkable, sure. Now they only have 10 cards left, so. Alright, so we untap, and Prismatic Vista. I think we're just going to play Orb and say go, and then Crypt Incursion them, and then they're just going to lose, so that works for me. We'll leave up the Incursion in case they want to respond to the last copy of... Actually, yeah, a last copy of Unearth. They can't Kroxa yet. Yeah, sure. So pretty nice game there, honestly. Pretty nice game. Pretty nice game. What are we gonna want here? We already have our surgicals. I don't think Extirpate is necessary. They probably have they have discard and stuff. Brutality seems fine. Search seems, I guess Search is good against like duresses and stuff or discard spells. Being that they're only Rakdos, they can probably kind of avoid fetching to an extent, but I kind of want Ashiok. I guess Ashiok can be attacked, but it does exile graveyards, and it is a bit of a mill piece as well. Honestly, Mesmeric Orb doesn't feel awesome against them. They don't have that many permanents in play typically. I guess it's not necessarily true. Orb's pretty good. I actually have no idea how I want to sideboard. I almost want to run the main deck back again, honestly. All of our cards seem pretty great. Can you make an argument that Ashiok's better than Crypt Incursion? Maybe not, honestly. It does mill, but creatures are the only thing that matters, probably. I'm just going to run it back, honestly. I'm not sure what exactly we would want here. Just run it back. I think Fatal Push feels pretty good. Of course, I want to remind everyone that we've got a companion article to this video and all my videos on CoolStuffInc.com. Every Monday, put up a video article. You can go to CoolStuffInc.com proper and read the article. If you're currently watching on YouTube, make sure you hop on over and check it out, right? I also do a Friday article on CoolStuffInc.com, part of their free content every weekday, no paywall ever. And last Friday's article was all about Historic. It was all about Amonkhet Remastered and the 14 cards they added to Amonkhet Remastered, making this set a little confusing. So I go over the 14 cards that were added. Cards like Collected Company and Thoughtseize are going to have a huge impact on Historic. And we talk about them, which ones are going to have an impact, which ones aren't, and sort of how things ended up working out in that format. So definitely not as good of a hand as last time. Opponent keeps 7. We're going to keep. We have Orb, which they can't remove super well. Brutality seems good against Dark Confidant. Incursion seems fine. It's definitely not even close to as good of a hand, but the Shelldock Isle is kind of nice too. Honestly, it's just a free spell, so we'll see. See what's going on here. Ooh, they're fetching. No archive traps this time. Can't punish them. Shock, Blood Crypt, go. Okay. Surgical Extraction. It's fine, I guess. Play Shelldock Isle. Don't have a play this turn anyway, so. And Crab, Push, Glimpse Shores. Definitely Glimpse. Put those back. Say go. Orb on turn 2 is not bad. Because of Brutality, a 2-drop. Instead, they're going to Lightning Bolt me. All right. Let me have it, I guess. Of course, they play like a Dark Confidant. We have Brutality, which is pretty cool. Shocking again. Dark Confidant. Sure. All right, so we'll just pitch a land here to Duress. Don't think there's much point in gaining life. So 2 modes, -2, -2, Duress. You and you pitch the Vista. And they have 4 cards in hand. They have a Cling to Dust, a Pyromancer, and 2 lands. Which is fine. Take the Cling. So their hand is those cards. And we'll just say go. Nothing is surgical yet. Again, Orb pretty good. They'll play Swamp. They'll play a Lightning Skelemental off the top. Pretty good. Just like a super lightning. I think we're going to pitch a land and a surgical. I want our 3rd land. I don't think surgical is very good. We already have the Crypt Incursion, so just ship these 2. We are risking them like drawing an Unearth, which would be pretty fortunate for them, but Visions from Beyond, that's not bad either. Okay. I think we fetch a Swamp. The amount of basics we have in our deck is pretty nice. And just play Mesmeric Orb and say go. Now, they do spike an Unearth here off their draw step. We're going to lose 2 cards in our hand, but we've got Orb going. We are milling cards. We're going to mill a Kolaghan's Command, a Mountain, and a land. So K command, pretty fortunate for us. They could have killed our Orb with that. They're going to play Blood Crypt and Shock. And Thoughtseize us, which I guess is fine. Our Visions isn't good yet, but they tap 4 lands, they'll mill 4 more cards. They're getting close to 20 cards. I guess like not close, but taking the Crypt Incursion. All right. And they're gonna Pyromancer. Good thing is that Orb's pretty good against Pyromancer, obviously, because the little tokens have to attack and then they mill for them. So we mill 2 cards. We draw for turn. It's a Fatal Push. So nothing doing right now. I'll just say go. They have 2 cards in hand. They mill Skelemental, Bolt, Land, Pyromancer. So they could flash back Pyromancer. But again, those 1/1s, I guess we are at 10 already. Those 1/1s are going to make the Orb go faster. They're going to unearth a Lightning Skelemental. That is a problem because that actually just kind of kills us. I guess we're going to draw a card and try and see what we can draw. We've drawn a Hedron Crab, which does not really help us. All right. I mean, we're going to 2. So we're probably dead this game. Super Lightning. Heh. And they'll shock us with a Collective Brutality to win. All right, so that's kind of lame. What are we interested in here? Like, they have Kolaghan's Command to kill Ensnaring Bridge. Maybe we should cut the Scribes. They still have the Lightning Bolts in their deck. Scribe's kind of weak. Doesn't really block anything effectively either. Kind of like these Ashioks, especially on the play. And then Search is too slow also. You can bring in like the Ensnaring Bridges. Again, it kind of sucks because they have Kolaghan's Command in their deck. But if they're making us discard cards, obviously Bridge is pretty good. It's pretty good against the 6/1. It's not good against the smaller creatures though. We just leave in like a Scribe and a Search. Let's try this. Not really sure, honestly. All right, going first. And hand's fine. It's not great. Just like 2 big Lava Spikes and a kill spell. I mean, it is, 13 cards milled. Or I'm sorry, 23 cards milled. So every Visions we draw will be a Ancestral Recall. Put them all against a 6. And we're just going to Swamp go. Or, Delta go. We can get a Watery Grave, I guess, if we're not going to cast this Push, which you probably won't. Didn't seem to have too many 1-drops in their deck. Blood Crypt, Shock, Black. Not ideal. Not ideal. Obviously, the game we have Archive Trap, they don't have a fetch land, but what are you going to do? We have 3 Field of Ruin for a reason. That's a pretty good draw. They can't actually remove Search from Azcanta from the battlefield, I would assume. So in a grindy game, Search seems pretty good. All right. Search me. Loch in the graveyard. Probably. I mean, they only have 1 card in their graveyard currently. We have no way to put other cards in the graveyard. Yeah, we should spin this. I want to flip the Azcanta as soon as possible too. So Manic Scribe's not bad. They could definitely just bolt it or something, but right now we have sorcery, land, instant. Just play it. They might kill it. Whatever. Honestly, just more cards for search for Azcanta. Each opponent mills 3. Then Delirium, each opponent's upkeep, they would also mill 3, which we do not have yet. They're going to kill it anyway. So, well, now we have Delirium. So now it's 4 cards in the bin for search for Azcanta. It's funny, they Skelemental us here. It's Pyromancer, okay. If they had Skelementaled, I probably would have kept the land, honestly, for search. They're going to discard Bloodstained Mire, Bloodstained Mire. LOL. Alright. Upkeep. Top card is Collective Brutality. Nah, we're going to cast that, I think. Just kill the Pyromancer and duress them. I would also put... we could just dump our entire hand and put enough cards in the graveyard to flip search next turn, which is kind of cool. I think we just dump our entire hand. I guess we could actually just pop the top card of Azcanta for that as well. Let's play land. Brutality, escalate twice. -2/-2, and duress. Discard Fatal Push, I guess. I mean, they probably have like 8 fetch lands in their deck. We keep Fatal Push. Fatal Push can kill Dark Confidant. Doesn't kill much else, though, that a fetch land. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Archaic Trap. Maybe that's wrong, but... Alright, their hand is Delta, Vista, Dark Confidant. So, good news, bad news. They do have 2 fetch lands that are worthless, but they also have Dark Confidant. We just pitched that Fatal Push. That kind of sucks. But next turn we flip Azcanta, and we can find the answers to Dark Confidant. So, this card I gotta be really good to keep. Not good enough. Put it in the graveyard. Flip Azcanta. Draw for turn. Field of Ruin. Online. So we can field them and Azcanta too. That's awesome. Worried about on their turn. Dark Confidant reveals Blackcleave Cliffs. Attack for 2, 17. Pretty healthy life total. Playing the Cliffs, still have a Vista in their hand. If they played the Vista, they could have Pyromancer. I guess they could do that anyway. They could just float the mana, but... Alright, so we are going to Field of Ruin, their Blood Crypt. They're smart, they'll float a mana. They'll be able to flash back their Pyromancer. But we get to Azcanta. They do not. Interesting. Not sure what else they could want to do, but activate Azcanta. Orb, Archive Trap. I think I would rather trap them than orb them, because now we have the ability to do that. So let's do that. Put those back. And trap ya. And trap ya. All right, it's 26 cards gone. And then we have Azcanta active and 6 lands in play, so that's pretty good. And they shock, sure. Draw. Darkslick Shores. Not super exciting. Azcanta. Visions, Drown the Loch, 2 cards. I mean, Visions is just Ancestral Recall, so we should probably just take that. Taking Drown is kind of appealing, but Visions draw 3. They have 36 cards in their graveyard. including Cling to Dust. They do have Croxa. Croxa's pretty good. Wow. That was awful. There were so many good draws there. Fatal Push, A2 mana spell with a land, Surgical Extraction. That was embarrassing. That was really, really bad. All right. We'll say go, I guess. Pretty bad beat. I mean, now they can Croxa us. They can also Cling to Dust us, which isn't really that bad. I mean, none of the cards in our graveyard are super important, but it's like draw a card at least. But yeah, Croxa is gonna be a problem. Something, anything. We'll just sit back over here. My awesome Mana Flood shirt. All right, I imagine they're escaping. I'm just dealing with the interface here. Okay. Let's have Pillage. Look at us, pretty sweet. It's basically one black draw card in Modern. It's always a fetch line in the graveyard, so. All right, Dark Confidant, revealing Inquisition. Fire away. Fire away. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good Ancestral Recall, let me tell you. Let me tell you. There's a Vista. You got 4 cards in hand still. Again, they can Croxa, which is a pretty fast clock. If they Croxa, we're going to need to draw something here. But they only have 10 cards left. I mean, we've only seen 1 Glimpse the Unthinkable so far. I guess 1 is right now. Yeah. There's Croxa. We discard a land. We go to 14 and then go to 12 off the attack. So we need a big draw step here, or we need a big Azcanta step. We have 12 cards left. Big draw. Hedron Crab. That's not bad. It's not enough by itself, though. It can block Croxa, though, realistically. All right. Azcanta. Orb, Push, or Crypt Incursion. They have 1, 2. They have 2 creatures in the graveyard. Crypt Incursion only gains 6 life. But Orb and Crab is probably enough. They would mill 6 and 6. Yep. Oh, nope. They would... Yeah, it's exactly enough. Okay, sure. So get the Orb. Assuming I have a... Yeah, I have an island left. Play the Crab. Play Delta. So they go to 9 cards. Crack Delta. They go to 6 cards. And then we say go. And they untap 6 permanents for an exactly lethal kill. Mesmeric Orb. Getting it done. They'd even draw off Dark Confidant too. So actually, they're going to not draw a card off Dark Confidant because their deck is empty and then lose. So we were 1 over what we needed to win the match. So that was pretty sweet, honestly. Pretty impressive first match there. We did our thing. You know, realistically, we did the thing. We interacted a bit. You know, the fact that this deck can interact makes me pretty interested. You know, we're not just all in on mill. We have 4 push, 4 drama lock. You know, we have ways to stop our opponent from doing things and slow them down a little bit, which is pretty cool. And then we can finish them off with the big, the big mill haymaker. That's nice. It's good stuff. All right, round 2. Dimir mill win and die rolls. And another pretty good hand here, honestly. We got the Crab and the fetch land. We got Glimpse and Orb. We got an interactive spell. We got a Visions. It's all pretty good. All pretty good. All right. We're going to crab it up here because we have 2 drops. There are times where you want to just hold the Crab and not play it so you can play a fetch land in the same turn. So if they have a kill spell, you at least get some mills off of it. But given we have 2/2 in our hand, we'll just get the crab out there. And just, if it dies, it dies. Probably going to lead Orb over Glimpse, but we'll see what they do. Urza's Power Plant. Fancy new art. I think this is a good matchup for us. I played the Tron side a lot, and I've recalled it being pretty good. Their fetch land's nice too, so I think... I mean, I guess Orb seems pretty bad. Probably want to just Glimpse and leave up Drown on the Loch. So... Mill... We mill some stuff, and we'll glimpse them. We milled Ulamog, Emrakul, the Promised End, Karn, Tower, a Mine. We also have the, we just draw Surgical Extraction. We get to just like blow them out. What is this? Turn 2 map. They kept 6 this game. And I feel like every video we do in Modern, we play against Tron once, and I just have to give a lesson on how you get a mulligan with Tron. Just mulligan till you have it. I don't care if you mulligan to 4. Just mulligan until you have it. It's as simple as that. That's how you play Tron. All right, so they can't even map yet, but they could have natural Tron. That's definitely a possibility. We have a recall lined up, so now they have 19 cards. We're just gonna leave up Drown and Malak and then recall. Blast Zone, Karn, Wormcoil, other stuff. I guess we'll recall right now in case we draw Surgical. Yeah, I actually like that better. They have 22 cards in their graveyard. So, recall. Crab, Field of Ruin. They've got 30 cards left. Field's kind of nice, but all right, let's say go here. We got Drown Lock up. They have only 22 cards in the graveyard, so we can counter actual anything. Because we couldn't counter a Fireball for 30, I guess, but then we get to untap and field Crab, field. All right, they're going to pre-combat sack their map, so no natural Tron. We can Crab, field them, and if we draw a land, glimpse them also. Versus mine, yeah. Alrighty. Sure. Shelldock Isle. So we play Crab. Yeah, we're just gonna leave up Drama Lock again, I think. We could play Crab first, but I'm just gonna play it super safe here. We have double glimpse next turn anyway, so we don't really need the Crab. So mill some cards. I guess we can do this in their draw step. Let's keep things on the up and up here, Actually, let's look at their graveyard. Tower, tower, tower. If we kill the tower, they're off Tron no matter what. So, because they have no towers left. So, in their draw, after they draw, we will hit their tower. Yeah, seems like a really, really good matchup. We just have Field of Ruin in our deck anyway, and we have all these ways to we're just a weird, slow combo deck. They don't really interact with super well. They can't interact with the card Glimpse the Unthinkable, Double Forest, sure. Play Karn, whatever. We're just gonna glimpse them twice. Maybe they have I don't know what they could have. I'm just gonna counter it. There's dead next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Next turn we just mill 20 cards and we lose, so. Main deck Tectonic Edge. It's interesting. All right. That's game. Game 1 goes to the good guys. Now, we're going to want Extirpate and Ashiok here, I think. I would say we don't want Mesmeric Orb because they tend to, they tap 3 lands to play a 7-drop. They don't have any permanents, realistically. So I don't mind cutting these. I Ashiok stops them from searching, as well as just being a mill effect. Echoing Truth is like, I don't really know if we would need that. Aether Gust, Bridge, Damnation. Yeah, everything else seems bad. I should leave one Orbit, I guess. I don't like hate Echoing Truth. If we were to like cut the search for Azcanta and the orbs are really slow, I'd just bring in 2 Truth in case they have in case they like resolve a Karn or like do something like that. Yeah, let's try this. We also just have like the ability to just mill over a Tron land and surgical it at any point and take them off Tron for the rest of the game, which is pretty cool. So, okay, we have another crab into Glimpse hand with they're mulling to 6. We're gonna keep. Suppose this hand can't beat turn 3 Karn. I guess it can. Is that they'll have to put 1 card in the graveyard, and then we have mill 6 and drown the Loch. We'll see what they do. They're keeping 6 again. Chromatic Sphere, sure. Another drown the Loch. Drown the Loch is definitely pretty good in this deck. All right, making it green. Here we go. Earth's Mine, casting Sylvan Scrying. All right, so they have turn 3 Tron. But that's okay because we have double drown the Loch. Mill a bunch of cards. They have a Wilt. It's funny because we boarded out our Mesmeric Orb. All right, so there you go. We can get the counter of our next 2 spells. Karn the Great Creator. We probably just want to counter that. I'm not sure what they're going to get with it, but it's probably not going to be good for us. We can't actually pressure it or kill it in any way. So then tap 3. O-Stone or a 1-drop. Don't really care about O-Stone either. Chromatic Sphere, sure. Darkslick, we have all 2s. If you want to leave up Drown again, we can't play anything, but okay. That is a Tarmogoyf. Surprise! Ashiok Dream Render. I mean, it's obviously pretty cool because it makes the Tarmogoyf smaller, but I think we need to leave Drown the Loch up so they still have Tron available. Man, how about that Tarmogoyf, eh? This team is in Tron sideboards a few times. It's like fine against like Burn and stuff. It's like a okay juke, but I mean, I guess, you know. Okay. Right now, there is a land and an instant in the graveyard. So Goyf would be a 2/3. If we Ashiok them. Nah, the risk is just too high. We'll just take too much damage, I think. I mean, we'll take too much. If they have anything big, we're going to lose. We get to untap and Glimpse and Scribe them, too. All right, take 6. Tap in 2. Chromatic Star, you got it. Sylvan Scrying, you got it. Looks like they're lacking for a boom boom. They get a Blast Zone, sure. Guess I screwed up. Probably should have fetched before they got the Blast Zone. I mean, they screwed up too, so whatever, I guess. But like, it wasn't clear they were getting Blast Zone, but there's no reason not to fetch in response. Veil of Summer. That one's pretty good against us. That's a good card. All right, kill that. 1 floating. It's a map. 2 left over. 12. Echoing Truth. I don't hate Echoing Truth. Just bounce the Tarmogoyf. I don't have any green yet, realistically. We have creature, land, instant. So no Delirium on Manic Scribe yet, which is kind of annoying. I think we just glimpse them. That's the sorcery for Scribe. There are 24 cards now. We can Echoing Truth to Tarmogoyf, obviously, if we're feeling under duress. And they honestly can't cast it yet unless they get a green. We still have Drown here. We can also just Drown it, but I would rather save a Drown as a counterspell, I think. All right, they're saying, so instead we bounce the Tarmogoyf. This buys us a number of turns while still leaving up our Drown the Loch. It's the 4th card type for Manic Scribe. Doesn't have a Scribes online. Still have a counterspell available and a Glimpse, so we should kill them next turn, I think. Nah, that doesn't seem right, but... So each opponent mills 3. We say go. They sack Matt. Probably get a Forest so they can recast their... Nope, getting Sanctum of Ugin. That's a little scary. So Delirium, we mill 3. Ugin. So Ulamog is gone. Ballista is gone. Oh, I lied about Ulamog. Alright, Ulamog targets Watery Grave and Manic Scribe. I mean, I guess we're countering the Ulamog, which I die to it, so let the Sanctum resolve first. We have 3 lands available. They've already milled 1 Walking Ballista. Oh shit, I misclicked. Alright, I guess we're dead. I misclicked. I obviously meant to cast Drown the Loch. I just hit the button by accident. Well, that's probably the game. But that's really... We probably would have won this game if they didn't even sack this. That sucks. Live TV, folks. I guess that actually gives us a chance. We can just chump block for a turn. We're probably just going to die, but that really sucks. So they mill 3, say go. On their turn, they mill 3. Yeah, so if they have some way to remove his Scribe, we're going to lose. But them not sacking us is pretty weird, too. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty frustrating. So we just would have won this game easily if we had just countered the Ulamog. All right. Kind of annoying, but it happens. Live TV, you know? All right, so we'll go back in for game 3. I think we're in great shape. I'm not really worried about it. We also haven't spiked the Surgical yet, which is like the easy way to win. So, Tarmogoyf. Oh, our pushes are still in. That's hilarious. I just totally glossed over push in sideboarding. But they have Goyfs, so we probably just want them. Yeah, I guess. All right, going first. That's good. And keep this. Crab into recall. This Brutality's bad. We have a lot of like cards that aren't very good against them, I guess. I kind of just like glossed over everything in sideboarding. This card should not be in our deck. I'm just a dum-dum. It's my first time playing a deck, you know? Hers is mine. We kept 7 this game, too. All right. A little annoying that we just can't find a surgical extraction, but we milled a tower and a power plant. So now we just need to draw an extraction. Get to orb here. If they search, we get to trap them. And then our visions is like pretty close to being on. Complete Tron and a Worm Coil in the graveyard. Please play Sylvan Scry. Tarmogoyf. Sure. Sure. Whatever you say, Tarmogoyf. So, we'll mill 2. Ashiok and Archive Trap. That makes this Tarmogoyf significantly bigger. Field of Ruin. All right, that's pretty good. So they've got Mine Power Plant. They've milled both. We'll probably kill the mine. We'll do it in their draw step. And so we'll mill some cards first. Nothing doing there. And then we're close to Visions. Yeah, we get to Archive Trap and then Visions too. This is pretty good. This is definitely pretty good. Yeah, you wanted to untap it too, so I'll let that untap. So it's hard to imagine a better sideboard card against us for them, even despite it being like a little non-standard. But so we're gonna untap 2, mill 2. All right, and then we're going to, in their draw step, field the Urza's Mine. We'll get an island. We'll Archive Trap them and cast Visions from Beyond. I mean, because we just wait on Trap. There's no reason to do it yet. Because it might grow Tarmogoyf, even though you probably hit everything already. But versus Tower, they had the Tron. Tapping a green for a map. Sure. I should have trapped them in response. Got an itchy finger over here. Oh, then let me do it. Veil of Summer. Sure. Draw 3. Surgical. Crypt Incursion. I mean, it's not like the worst. Does gain some life. Let's draw a Field of Ruin too, so sure. Let's see. They have green too. Well, that makes it pretty easy. I think we just play the crab now. We can crab field. We can't leave up Drown the Loch, but I don't think it matters because they just have like not gonna be mana anyway. We can just chump block the Goyf until we kill them. So that's pretty awesome. Play crab. Play field. Just field them now, I guess. Oh, they're all different arts. Power plant. Power plant. Power plant. Tower, tower. Tower. It's the same. It doesn't matter. They just have one left of each. Whatever. And we'll get a... I guess we'll get a swamp. I should let them untap. That was whatever. We're fine. A little sloppy here on the minutia, but I think we're in pretty good shape. So I'm not too worried about it. There are any lands left. Yeah. So obviously they should have milled 4 here if I was not a dum dum. Block, do not get cheesed out. Get to untap. We have Drown the Loch and Crypt Incursion. So, mill some stuff. Mill 3. I got some Veil of Summers, but it's okay. Untap and mill down to 1. 1 card left. They just spiked the Tron land? Wow. That's gross. I think we're still fine though. I guess if they have like Karn the Great Creator, an Elixir of Immortality in their sideboard, and a Veil of Summer. If they have all of that, we got a game. We got a game. Doesn't look like they have that. Just gonna softball toss that one out there. Karn Liberated. Response, I'm gonna Crypt Incursion you. So see if we can draw out a Veil of Summer or not. Nope, we'll just gain a bunch of life, and then we'll attempt to counter this. If they have Veil, they draw a card anyway, so it's like still really good for us. I don't think there are any outs regardless. And despite these Tarmogoyfs being pretty challenging, looks like we got this one all wrapped up. 2-0 here, Dimir Mill, despite also throwing game 2 by accident. Oopsie. It's bonus magic, you know? Just bonus magic. This is a big fan. Good game. Didn't even notice. I had chat closed. All right. 2-0. Pleasantly impressed so far. Die roll again? Man, we're just winning die rolls left and right. I mean, it's a good Hedron Crab hand. We do have a trap and field of running. I'm going to keep this. We also have Oboro. If they kill our crab, things get a little ugly, but by resolving trap, a lot of our cards are just on. I'm going to keep. This feels kind of loose, but I think on the draw, I might mulligan, but maybe this is the game you want to save the crab for turn 2, though. Yeah. There are a lot of 2-drops in our deck, but try and guarantee a trigger off our crab here. Basic Mountain. Shriek. Okay. Now's a good time to draw those surgicals, you know? Cathartic and Shriekhorn. Okay. Well, this is sort of like Death Shadow versus Burn, right? Where we both want to do the same thing, but it makes things really, really awkward for us. So I definitely don't want to do anything yet, honestly. I kind of think we just like play Delta and say go. I don't even want to play the crabs. We can't small ball mill them because they'll just start dredging. I'm just going to play Delta and say go. Maybe they'll slow down and not play like a cathartic on turn 2. Oh, they just think we am. That's bad. Dredge, Creeping Chill, Oxvagana, Silver Smoke Ghoul. It's all pretty good. I mean, I feel like these surgicals have been MIA. You know, like, we have 3 main deck surgicals, 2 main deck Crypt Incursions. We have the cards for sure. They're going to shock Sacred Foundry, sure. Oh, they're just going for it. They just got everything. And they haven't searched their library yet. All right. The goal here is them to just dredge like their entire deck, hopefully. And then maybe we can like almost one-shot them. Oh my god, so many Creeping Chills. Them not fetching twice is... Like, Archive Trap's so high variance. They just like happen to not draw fetch lands this game. All right, well, thankfully it's not that much power. Oh my god, you've only drawn lands. So we can mill 9, but 9 isn't even close to enough. And we're almost dead. They just have 6 cards in hand, Conflagrate, and 7 power in play. I kind of wanted to scoop. We like can't win this game because they still have a Creeping Chill left too. So we're effectively at 8, and we're just basically dead on board. And they have Conflagrate also. I'm just gonna concede. Somewhat conceal what we're playing at least, and we need to bring in some cards. We need to bring in our Ashioks, our Extirpate, Ensnaring Bridge. What do we not want? We don't. Fatal Pushes are terrible. Brutality's pretty bad. I guess the bridges can come in. Search is pretty bad too. Maybe the search is pretty bad. I mean, the Brutalities just stay, just like a duress. Having no 1-mana discard spells feels a little tough. I mean, our cards here are pretty good, you know. And again, we could just like, you know, draw Surgical and stuff. We need to keep a kind of loose hand and draw 3 lands in a row. So, let's try this. Good news being, they don't really know what's up yet. Okay. This hand is better. I guess we're gonna crab. It's like so awkward to like mill them on the first few turns, but put them all against the 6. We try to get Vision online and find a graveyard hate card. This is so awkward. We also have Drown for a Cathartic, which is kind of cool. Gemstone Mine. Thoughtseize. Okay. Can always crab myself if I like don't want to crab them. Yeah, imagine taking Visions here. Makes a lot of sense. Also want Drown to be on too. This is so awkward. Manic Scribe. I mean, now we know they know we have Drowns. They might not even try and cast Cathartic. All right. I think we're gonna Vista, get an island, crab ourself. Try and get Delirium. We did it. And we're still gonna end up scribing them, but like, I mean, I guess we're just gonna mill them now because we're gonna mill 3 anyway, so. Alright, a Cathartic City Claim. Play Scribe, mill 3 more. On their turn, mill 3 more. Oh, we had a Snake Bean it? That's bad. Definitely, deck might want Leyline of the Void. Obviously, graveyard decks are good against mill decks because you're putting all their cards in the graveyard for them. I mean, they can Ox here. They can do anything. Of course, they had the fetch line this game. We don't have Archive Trap. Stomping Ground, sure. They have a Cathartic too. They're probably an Ox here actually. I mean, they dredge like a lot. Like, yeah, they're gonna Ox. All right. So discard hand, draw 3. Not much in there. Dredge an Imp, dredge an Imp. There's a Creeping Chill. Kind of Brick City so far. No Narcos, no Silver Smotes. Oh, they found them. Never mind, I spoke too soon. All right, they're putting some power on the battlefield. They have 28 cards left. And again, they have 3 chills left, so we're effectively at 9. Or I can't do math. If I take 9, we're effectively at 7. Which is bad for us. All right, let's untap, draw, recall. All right, I mean, target them. Creeping Chill, awkward. That's actually super awkward because now he can't recall because we can if we play the Manic Scribe. Another 22. You have only 19 cards in their graveyard. So Manic Scribe. Mill 3 more. And then recall. Like, it's our turn 3. Like, our hand's pretty good, all things considered, but draw land orb. Orb's actually pretty good. They have a lot of permanents in play usually. And honestly, when they put things into play, they come in taps. They get to untap, which is pretty cool. So they're gonna mill 6. We're gonna make some blocks. We could just go Scribe Orb next turn and then probably kill them. Just need to like not die. Probably block with like a crab and then a scribe and take 3. This is stressful. This will mill 9. Yeah, this should be lethal next turn. We're at 8. They only have 2 chills left. We just go land, orb, scribe, and that's enough cards to kill them. So, cool. That should be it. I guess if they have like a Nature's Claim we're going to lose, but I guess we can block, so not dead. We're pretty dead, though. Oh, they have Conflagrate. Now we're dead. All right, they have claim we lose, but which is definitely pretty likely because they have 4 cards in their hand. They've been sitting there for a while. They've only milled over 1 claim. I guess we would drop. We gain 4. That's a thing. So they're gonna go to 3 cards here. Oh wait. Well, they didn't have it. They're just dead. This is great. Very lucky. Creeping Chill. Yeah, we get it. We understand how Creeping Chill works. We just turned forward them. That's pretty sweet. And we still haven't found a surgical yet. All right, Creeping Chill. They're playing Bloodghast too. Bloodghast and Silver Smoke. Cool. That's interesting. 0 cards. Go to your draw step. I don't think you get a way to deal 2 damage to me at instant speed, even though you've got Conflagrate in the graveyard and many, many attackers. Oh, yeah, you love it. All right. I don't ask for much, but I am asking to draw a Surgical Extraction this game. I'm just saying, make our life a little bit easier if we get Surgical like a Creeping Chill. That would be nice. I guess drawing Ashiok is also fine. That is some hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. We drew our Surgical and an Archive Trap, but we have 2 Field of Ruins and can't cast anything. Realistically, though, this might just be good enough. We can just play the Orb. We have Surgical. If they fetch, we have Trap. I'm going to keep this hand. Opponent mulligans to 5. We're living dangerously here. You know, most of their mana base is fetch lands. So, you know, they usually need 2 lands to operate. It's likely that one of them is going to be a fetch land. Opponent mulligans to 5. City of Brass must be nice. Thoughtseize. Kind of sucks. All right. Well, there goes our Surgical Extraction. Probably. And now we're in this weird spot of like, we don't even want to do anything because like we don't want to mill them because they're lacking in a way to get going, probably. It's going to be a real game of chicken here. Question is, do they have land number 2? Shriekhorn. Sure. I mean, now they have a way to get going. It's pretty funny to play Mesmeric Orb into Shriekhorn and just allow it to mill more cards. But they just milled me? What? That's crazy. They're insane. I could just not play Mesmeric Orb, you know? Instant land, instant. Milling me is a pretty bold play. We do have Trap and Glimpse. We have no graveyard hate, though. If I play Scribe and mill 3, it's kind of bad. We're going to do it. They mill a Creeping Chill, Conflagrate, Ox. All right. Thankfully, no dredge cards, so... Looks like they only have 1 land, too, which is really good for us, so they're going to mill themselves, hit Thoughtseize Mountain. With only 1 land, they're a little stuck. Oh, they milled the mountain, Average dead. So now we just field it ruin them, and they have no basics left. Or they have 2 mountains. Okay. Most dredge decks play 1 mountain, but sure. Same scenario, I guess. We could still hit them with the... There's no way they have 3 basics, so... Crypt Incursion is a really good one. Putting a land in the graveyard doesn't do anything. Putting an instant in the graveyard doesn't do anything. We're just going to play this and say go. And then maybe in their upkeep, we'll kill their City of Brass. Then we get end step Archive Trap them, untap Crypt Incursion them. What's their plan here? Mill 2. 2 lands. Tap City for green, sure. They gonna Nature's Claim their own Shriekhorn? Doesn't make any sense. What do they want to do? All right, out of basics. Crypt Incursion only actually will exile 1 card, but they are going to claim their own Shriekhorn. I mean, that seems somewhat pointless. I suppose more cards in the graveyard for Ox, but... All right. I mean, we're going to trap them. We do have the Crypt Incursion too, so... This is during their... Oh, no, I misclicked. Why isn't this in their end step? Crap. God damn it. I just assumed we were in end step if they passed priority. That really sucks. Man, I'm playing like crap this league. All right. Well, they'll get Silver Smoke Ghouls back, which is really, really bad for us. That sucks. They won't get the Amalgams back, but they wouldn't have gotten these back. All right. Fine. Untap. Draw Shelldock Isle. That's kind of cute. It's really annoying. I guess another incursion. I have 36 cards left. So it's not that many, but we're hitting the amalgams and the dredgers, which is good. So we gain some amount of life. That really sucks though. It's not even like a punish. I just didn't realize what phase it was. I just misclicked. I obviously meant to do it in the end step. Still in pretty good shape here. They still have to draw land. They still have Glimpse and Orb. We can Brutality to kill a Silver Smote if we have to and gain some life. We have another Crypt Incursion lined up, which will be good eventually. Wow, they drew the land. That's sick. Conflagrate. Discarding Imp, Claim, Imp. Okay. Archive Trap. Awkward. So we're away from Shelldocking. I guess we can just Field of Ruin again and just trap them. We can trap and then Glimpse them, and then next turn we can Shelldock Isle them. We haven't had any chills yet, right? We have 2 chills. Okay, yeah, sure. So yeah, we definitely got to field them so they can't cast spells, cast loam and stuff. All right. And they have to search, so we still get to Archive Trap them. I would rather that happen on their turn, I guess. They can't narco into amalgams, so but I also want to cast spells. So we gotta do it now, I guess. Unless 13. No, we can't activate Shelldock Isle too. All right. Yeah, we're gonna tap these 2 and get a swamp, and then we'll play Mesmeric Orb and Glimpse them next turn. So we need to do this now, so we have the extra mana to cast the orb, and then we're gonna trap them on our end step, so they can't prize the amalgam us. So there's a narco and an amalgam, so we're not gonna get hit by the amalgam. Smiting Helix, sure. They have 22 cards left. So they mill 3. Now they have 19, and now you can Crypt Incursion them again, which is cool. It's not for 1 million, but still for it's Bloodghast, Stinkweed Imp, Silver Smote, Stinkweed Imp, Stink. It's still like a pretty significant life swing. So you can Brutality a Silver Smoke Ghoul too. I think we're in good shape this game. Again, the hideaway condition is a deck has 20 or less cards in it. And they currently have 18, and that ain't changing, so. Coming in. You drew a land again. That's kind of stinky. It's not really. All right, so we mill some cards, which is fine. Draw. Ensnaring Bridge. So we can glimpse. We can't glimpse them and Shelldock Isle. So we're just gonna -2/-2 on Silver Smoke Ghoul, and then cast Incursion to gain 1 million life, and then just glimpse them next turn and kill them, I guess. We also had Ensnaring Bridge too, which is kind of nice. We could like discard the glimpse and bridge. I don't think we need to do that though. Whatever, just kill this. I guess they can like sack it in response. Nope. Okay. I don't have a dredge, so yes, please. Crypt Incursion, gain 1,000,000 life. I guess I should let them mill some cards first. Man, sloppy play all around. I'm sorry, folks. We're kind of like learning. Yeah, we would have hit 3 more creatures. Oh, man. So it's really bad. All right. We're still going to win this game. I think we're fine. But a little sloppy. I'm not going to lie. I take full responsibility. I should have waited. I didn't want them to go to the draw step and dredge, but I forgot they were untapping and stuff. Decks like this are very weird because they just don't play normal Magic. They're doing a bunch of weird things on top of weird things. And then Dredge itself is doing a bunch of weird things that aren't like normal Magic. So there's a lot of really weird interactions happening right now. But we draw a land, we get to bridge and glimpse them. And they're at 14 anyway. I think they're just dead. Because we're gonna mill 10 and they're gonna mill 5 on the untap, so don't really see a way out here. I think the orb's just going to get him. That's kind of a weird play. Just put its apt permanent in play. Sure. Yeah, this is game. So, light him up. Unless they have 10 copies of Creeping Chill, you know? Just 2 left, unfortunately, for them. Crypt Incursion. MVP. Your turn. Well, they hit an Arco. Very lucky. A little bit of an overkill here, you know. Draw for turn. 3-0. Deck's pretty cool. Definitely a really wild matchup. As I said, very similar to the Death Shadow versus Burn matchup, where one deck's primary plan is to execute the other deck's primary plan for them. So, like when Shadow plays against Burn, Shadow wants to hurt themselves, but Burn also wants to hurt them. So you get this weird spot where like, well, who's going to hurt me first, you know? Definitely interesting. Lurrus of the Dream Den is our companion for this match. So probably like a prowess deck? Grave, Oboro, double draw. This is a very 2-drop heavy hand, which isn't great. We are on the draw too. I think we keep though. Maybe it's loose. I don't know. Oh boy, it's a prowess deck. All right, sure. I was hoping I was wrong. Oh boy, we're probably in trouble. Yeah, I should have mulliganed. On the draw, the problem also is the problem with this hand is kind of sneaky. We can cast all our spells. We have 2 lands, but it's sort of like a 1-lander at a burn, where it's very hard for us to double spell. In order to double spell, we need to have 4 lands in play, which we're very far from. They should have triple 1-drop. We're gonna die a horrible death this game. So the good news is their hand was so good on the play, we probably would have lost anyway. But all right, we're just gonna concede. I'm not gonna show them what we're playing. They're probably gonna kill us next turn, realistically, with like, you know, just bolt, spike, dart, whatever, and kill us. So we're just gonna concede. And conceal what we're playing. They'll think we're some sort of fair deck, I guess. We're going to bring in our explosives, our Damnation, I guess our Aether Gusts. Cut the searches are a little slow. We do have like a lot of good cards in the matchup, like Brutality, obviously. I would say Surgical isn't very good here. And I mean, they're going to have some fetch lands. So you have Push, Brutality, Drown, Gust. That's a lot. I don't need Damnation. What am I doing? That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. We still have Crypt Incursion too, so we have plenty of tools here, you know. We'll see if they reveal a companion or not. Some of these decks are like, they'll board out their companion and or boarding cards that invalidate the companion. Like they could have like Bedlam Revel or something like that, or I don't really know, but. Woo! Or if we'll just do nothing, which is fine too. All right, folks, CoolStuffInc.com, promo code Jim5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com, and a free Jim Davis Goblin token with your order as well. All right, similar problem to last hand, where we have no 1 mana spells. We do have double Archive Trap, though, which is pretty good. We have a kill spell and Aether Gust. I'm going to keep this hand. 2 interactive spells, perfect mana. We can work with this. We can work with this. Also on the play, too. All right, let's go. In theory, they still have no idea what we're doing. Fetch land. Luckily, they're playing Rakdos Prowess. If they were playing Mono Red Prowess, these Archive Traps would be super dead. Like almost completely dead. So they should have a number of fetch lands in their deck for their Rakdos lands. Or they'll do nothing. Also fine. Blackleaf Cliffs, tilt. Seal of Fire. Okay. Upkeep, pause. They're deciding if they want to Seal of Fire us. If it breathes, it will burn. Hedron Crab. That's kind of cool. We like that. That turns on our Drama Loch too, which is pretty cool. Obviously, they can Seal Fire it, but I'm pretty happy just to mill the cards here. We milled Kiln Fiend, Crash Through, and Cling to Dust. Sure. All right, that's dead. I can see an argument towards waiting till the next turn to play it. So we can play a 2 mana spell this turn and a 2 mana spell with the crab next turn, but another non-fetch land. Tilt, Kiln Fiend. Okay. Visions from Beyond. They got to play a fetch land here. That's what they got to do. We got to get this fetch land train going here. Get these traps going. Get this visions going. Certainly a high variance card in Archive Trap. When it's good, it's obviously stupid. And when it's bad, it's pretty bad. Abbot of Carol Keep. Interesting. I could gust this, but I really want to gust the Kiln Fiend, honestly. So this is fine, I think. We're not dying to an Abbot of Carol Keep. Actually, we can gust the Kiln Fiend, and then they can't flip it to Abbot of Carol Keep, or they can't cast it. This is actually really, really cool. So we'll gust this right now. It's kind of a cute little play. So you want the Kiln Fiend gone forever, for sure. Say they have to bottom it here to try and hit a spell off the Abbot. Or land, I guess, whatever they're trying to hit. Pretty cool. All right. Abbot reveals a Monastery of Suspir. Blood Crypt. They just... Where are your fetch lands? All right. That's pretty good. We're not going to burn our visions. I had bigger plans for that. Swamp. I mean, we can just kill the Abbot, I guess. It's better than killing the Suspir, obviously, because it's got 1 more power. And just hope they have a fetch land. I guess we could hard cast Archive Trap next turn if we have to. Nile Spellbomb, sure. That's actually pretty annoying because it just turns off our Visions from Beyond. Oh, never mind. They're going to exile my graveyard, sure. Every non-fetch land possible. Interesting. Nothing? All right. I'll take a land here, like an untapped land. All right, sure. Well, that's actually best case scenario because now you can just double archive trap them and Visions from Beyond them. So we probably want to do this now because we're going to be able to vision also and then maybe draw a card off Visions that we can cast. So just bombs away here. Swamp. Archive trap you. Hello. "13 cards in the bin, including a lava dart, and a lava dart. It's honestly a little scary, but they only one mountain though, so how about again? More Kiln Fiends. A lot of Kiln Fiends. Jeez. Alright, and let's cast Ancestral Recall. So they have 33 cards in their graveyard. Glimpse, Drown, Archive Trap. Okay, well, we'll just kill you then. Sure. Glimpse, yeah. Alright, so they are cranking out the Kiln Fiends here. Luckily, we have a lot of kill spells, though. And Brutality is real good against Kiln Fiend. So I'm just going to run this one back. You know, barring a triple 1-drop hand, I think we're mostly in good shape here. And they will draw fetch land eventually. I mean, I swear. Promise. All right, Lurus of a Dream. Oh, we have Brutality. We're good to go. Again, no 1-drops, but this hand has Brutality in it, which is all that matters. We also have Gust and Orb, so... Oh, they got their 1-drop. That's a good one. So we really want them to play Kiln Fiend on turn 2. Probably pitch, I guess Gust, honestly, to the Brutality. Because we want to rest them too, I think. We'll see. Ashiok. Abbot of Carol Keep. So Spear. So just a bad prowess creature. Crab. Crab seems pretty bad. They have plenty of ways to kill it. We have no fetch lands. We're going to discard the crab. So we're going to go... I think just... get like double escalate. I don't know if a card in our hand is worth 2 life, realistically. Because all of our cards in our hand are pretty good. We're just going to go -2/-2 duress. And we're going to discard the crab. Yeah, we'll kill Abbot. Their hand is Cling, Dart, Manamorphose. So Spellbomb does sort of counter Loch, but I mean, Cling is just a cantrip. Manamorphose is a better cantrip. Sure. All right. If they Spellbomb themselves, that obviously turns off their ability to, or our ability to Loch them. Cling, targeting my Brutality. Okay. So they're not working on emptying their own graveyard. Bloodstained Mire go. They play a fetch land. Finally. Sacred Foundry. Okay. Kiln Fiend. Okay. 2 cards in hand. Lava Dart. Nile Spellbomb. Glimpse the Unthinkable. So I would like to take this opportunity to just cast a Drama Loch and guarantee that it's going to kill this Kiln Fiend. Yeah. Hopefully we just draw a land next turn. We can double spell. We have all 2s again, obviously. I would also take a Fatal Push as a way to kill the Swift Spear. A Mountain? Okay. Spell Bomb, sure. We'll see how they bomb here. I think the correct play would be bomb themselves, honestly. Just going to hold it. Just going to hold it. And then put Lurrus in their hand, sure. We drew a land. Okay. So now you can double spell at least, which is pretty cool. We're probably going to want to Gust the Swift Spear and then Drown the Loch the Lurrus. We can't really stop Lurrus, though, because they'll get to at least get a shot off of it. I think we're going to Orb. And then just leave up Gust for Swift Spear, I guess. Like if they go land, Lurrus, cast Kiln Fiend, it's kind of gross. All right, they hit 1-drops. Now I can Lurrus and play a 1-drop. Which is also bad. Unfortunately, we just like can't kill the Lurrus because with the Drama Loch, they just have his Spell Bomb sitting in play. This is going to be a little difficult, honestly. They have 41 cards left. I don't know what we can draw. I can actually kill it. I guess it sucks if Glimpse was an instant, it would be fine. But we mill some cards. We draw Visions. There are currently 9 and 8 cards in graveyards. I guess the Glimpse will do it. Oh, that puts us a little short, though. So we can Glimpse them and then threaten to recall. We can't threaten to recall and then drown in response to kill the Lurrus. Gross. All right, we hit a Lava Dart. It's not ideal, but they have 19 cards in the graveyard. They're about to have more than that. We can flashback a Lava Dart also. That's 20. And they can flashback Dart, flashback Dart. So we'll just let them do like 2 more. But I also want cards in the graveyard for Drama Loch later. which is super awkward. So now we're at 21. If I cast Vision, they flash back both darts, or if they spellbomb themselves, then I can kill Lurrus later. I think here's the right spot, because I still want to be able to drown lock the Lurrus. So let's play Visions, try and draw 3 and see what they do. I don't have enough darts to actually just kill us. They have a dart in their hand too. So, ooh, hello. That's not bad. $26 cards left for our opponent. Place a spear from the graveyard, sure. They probably just go for it here, honestly. They're going to try and cast some lava darts and stuff, and then we get to push one of the Swift Spears. The problem is we're still just not killing this Lurrus yet. We need to draw a fetch land or some way to revolt. Cast a lava dart. Just casting lava dart. They have all 4 lava darts. I think we're dead, unfortunately. One more mana is all we needed. All right, now they're going to pass. So kill that. And they just dart us again and we're just dead. Wow, that sucks. All right. Matchup seems tough, honestly. We have some good cards against them, but the card Lurrus just kind of just beat us by itself there. The Nile Spellbomb beat us because we just couldn't kill our Drownmaloch, just became dead and we just couldn't use it, which kind of sucks, honestly. But I mean, we got some brutality though. Our pushes were really good. We just couldn't. We just needed that extra kill spell, and that Lurrus gave them 2 free Swift Spears, which is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. So definitely a wild one. I've been meaning to play that Rakdos deck on stream for a little bit now. Even with the old companion rule, even with the new companion rule, Lurrus is still pretty good. Still pretty good. Definitely could have more brutality in the board maybe, but Killing Fiend's a card. That's a card that kills people for sure. All right, back to winning die rolls. Let's get back to winning games here. We're going to keep this hand. We got our crab and a fetch land. We got glimpse, push, a couple surgicals. Hopefully these are good. Haven't actually cast one yet, so not the fastest opponents today, All right, let's go. Shelldock Isle, show me the way. Scribe, Visions, Vista. I think I like Visions. It's the most immediately impactful card. Basic Plains. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, there's a new Soul Sisters deck floating around. It's also on my list of decks to play, honestly. I think Gabriel Nassif's been playing it. Nope. This is something else entirely. Is this a Loxobots deck? That would make me so happy. Losing Mox Opal really killed the Loxobots deck. It was a deck I played at an Invitational maybe a year ago. All right. Field of Ruin, sure. We're just going to crab people. Because we have Surgical, we're just going to fire these off now, I think, and then see what, oh boy, Sigarda's Aid, Steel Shaper's Gift, Memnite. Sorry, I couldn't mute fast enough. Okay, sure. Let's get a swamp, I guess. This is like the deck that wants to put like the Colossus Hammer or something on a like an infect creature or something like that. Just meld them again and see what's up. That's the card. I was right. All right, so we're gonna just draw step Surgical Colossus Hammer, I guess. I don't know exactly what's in this deck, but I know Colossus Hammer is very important. So we'll just go from there. Okay, their hand is Cranial Plating, Mishra's Bauble, Pure Steel Paladin, Shadow Sphere, Silent Clearing, Sword of Fire and Ice. That's a brew. That's a brew. Let's look at their deck, too. Their deck is 2 more Colossus Hammers, Batter Skull, Memnite, Paradise Mantle, Ornithopter, Pure Steel Paladin, Sigarda's Aid, Stoneforge Mystic. And I think we actually want to leave the hammers in the graveyard because more cards in the graveyard makes our visions better, and they have no way to recur it. Correct. So this is fine. And their hand is gone. Where did their hand go? God. Magic Online. I hate you. Yep, no way to see what was in their hand. Does it say it on the log? Of course it doesn't. That's really, really annoying. There was like a Pure Steel Paladin and a Silent Clearing and some equipment. Like a sword and a Perennial Plating or something. I guess we're just going to play Pure Steel Paladin and we're just going to kill it and surgical it anyway, so... So they're playing the Clamor, but they're not playing the Wage to give it like double strike for the one-shot kill. Which is interesting. This allows you to equip for free with Metalcraft, sure. I mean, Pure Steel Paladin is probably not that important, honestly, because it's not like they're playing Cheerios. So we're just going to like hold back and not surgical yet. Let them draw Visions. Is not bad. Hitting Stoneforge with Surgical would be pretty cool. Another Pure Steel Paladin, sure. They have 12 cards in the bin. We're not pretty far from visioning. We're just gonna glimpse them. And we get a Stoneforge, awesome. Also, all of their paladins. They have 22 cards, perfect. So untap, draw step, surgical, targeting Stoneforge Mystic. Their hand is Shadow Spear, Sword of Fire, and Ice Cranial Plating. So this Memnite has plans for sure. But I'm going to leave the one in the graveyard. And now their threats are literally Ornithopter and this one Memnite. And then the random equipments. This is quite the brew they're playing. 25 cards left, sure. Again, can't see their hand, so I didn't write it down. Because, I'm playing Magic on the internet. And writing down their hand probably shouldn't be a thing. Sword of Fire and Ice is good, but... All right, Drown in the Loch. Okay, I did want to cast Visions, but I suppose Drown the Locking the Memnite. I guess we'll just draw. We're fine. We'll draw a land for sure. We'll draw a land or a spell. I mean, we could draw almost any land or push or a -2/-2. Tons of stuff. Just draw. Let's not be a coward here. You put Ancestral Recall on your deck, you cast it. You cast it. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Crabia. And then we'll get an island and Crabia and just say go. I mean, we've got 19 cards left. We can vision a beyond next turn, which is cool. Chip in a chair. And Memnite and lands is the magic equivalent. Sigarda's Age. You may cast aura and equipment spells though they had flash. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to target creature you control. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this now. Do your worst. Instant speed cranial plating. Sack silent clearing. Well, I can't field to ruin them, but I can just cast Ancestral Recall, so that's kind of fine too. Manic Scribe. It's pretty good. Just doing our thing. Don't actually have Delirium yet, but especially, I guess Orb is, I don't know, whatever. I think we got him pretty good this game. Not super worried about it. All of their Colossus Hammers and Stoneforge Mystics are away. They're going to cast an end-step Shadow Spear? No? Why not? You got to take the opportunities when you get them, you know? All right, so weird equipment deck. We're going to want, I guess, Explosives, Damnation, Ensnaring Bridge. I honestly don't hate Echoing Truth just because we just want to interact with them in ways. I would say Search for Azcanta seems slow. Crypt Incursion, like, maybe shave one. I could have like Rest in Peace or something too. I don't mind shaving a Drama Loch. They don't have fetch lands, which is actually a pretty big deal. Maybe we should just get rid of these archive traps. That makes more sense. Do we want like Ashiok? Turns off Stoneforge Mystic and the other card that tutors. It's also just like a generic mill card. I guess we're already bringing in enough cards. We can still cut like a Drown. Glimpse Orb. Definitely want all the things that kill things. Do I even want Surgical Extraction? I guess I do. It's pretty good that game. I guess like it wasn't really good because like they could have just not drawn the cards to be surgical. It's not like we like, you know, made some big thing. And I guess without Archive Trap to cast Surgical on turn 0 or turn 1, it's not even that good. Let's cut the Surgicals. Let's bring in the Ashioks and I guess we want Bontu's Last Reckoning. Not really like stoked about it, but obviously having Wraths and Ensnaring Bridge is like a little awkward, but it's fine. It's not great, but we have 2 interactive spells. We're going to keep. Losing our archive traps does certainly hurt our gusto a little bit. I guess they have like some search effects, but all right. Pure Steel Paladin is pretty interesting. Like, they're playing it really, really fairly. Inkmoth Nexus. So they are playing the... Did I just like not see that in their deck? And Tormod Script. Okay. And Steel Shaper's Gift. Okay. All right, well, they're going for their kill here. Tormod Script makes our Drama Lock awkward, for sure. I mean, we're going to Fatal Push. I kind of want to keep the fetch lands for a Crab, so... I guess we just play it. We have access to... It doesn't matter. You just not crack it, so... Definitely don't recall any protection spells in their deck, so... They're going to go like Silence. I guess they can't Silence and Animate and play this. Mishra's Bauble, sure. Castle Ardenvale, sure. And Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. So have a hammer, draws them a card. Sure. This is pretty awkward. We like kind of need to kill the Paladin, but we also need to not die of a Nexus. I guess like once they play the hammer, it gets stuck on the thing anyway, so let me just untap. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. That solves our Inkmoth Nexus problem. This is also when it enters the battlefield, not when it's cast. So yeah, this is going to be a really good turn for us. All right, so we'll respond. Get an island. Field of Ruin, the Nexus, get a swamp, push the Pure Steel Paladin. Leaving them with just a pile of garbage, basically. Pretty annoying that Tormod Script can just like hard counter our Drama Lock, but also not a big fan of this card either. Ornithopter. Are we getting Bontu's Last Reckoning this Ornithopter? I think we are. Mishra's Bauble, sure. Okay. They going for the big boomer. They can flash it in on the Ornithopter. Nope, they're going for Sword of Feast and Famine. So I think we're just going to play Bontu's Last Reckoning. Because we can't kill the Thopter any other way. And if they start sorting us, it's pretty bad for us. So Ashiok. Doesn't really do much for us. It's also pretty anti-synergistic with Drama Lock, which is also awkward. I guess Drama Lock can kill us no matter what. I didn't even consider that. It's so in my mind this card is dead because they have a Tormod Script, but Thopter has 0 CMC, so it's totally fine. That's hilarious. Okay. So we just play a land and say go. Yeah, all right. Like, we're not really in a rush here. Like, all their cards are pretty, like, bad in a vacuum, so it's not like they're drawing to some sick card. They're just gonna, like... Ooh, I screwed up. I guess not. Right, so they could have played this sort of, like, instant speed, to like counter Drown the Loch, but then like they don't have a threat. So if they had like some other equipment too, like if they went like Hammer this turn, and then we couldn't Drown the Loch the Thopter because they could just play this in response instant speed. Memnite, okay. Sword. Okay. All right, so we're going to drown. We could just let this hit us in Bontu's Last Reckoning, but I don't see a reason to do that. So we might end up just Bontu's Last Reckoning anyway next turn. We would discard like a random land. And still have, so we still have Bontu and Drown the Loch up. Yeah, actually, I like that better. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll take the hit, and we'll just dump a land here. Didn't even float a mana to make a Castle Ardenvale token. It's a good draw of Silent Clearing. Manic Scribe. Is that better than playing Drown the Loch? I don't think so, because we got to keep Drown up, because if they play a creature and we give it pro black, we can't kill it, so we'll just say go, Drown up here. Our lands aren't going to untap, which is pretty big tilt, but yeah, Bontu's Last Reckoning is pretty freaking bad. They're not going to crack the clearings. They want to draw a land and make a token. They did not do that, though. Okay. Explosives. It's not bad. We'll just say go here. All right, so there's their mana for Castle Ardenvale. Field of Ruin. Cool. Okay, so we can field explosives for 0. I want to keep cards in the graveyard too. So let's see here. Explosives for 0, which would kill Tormod's Crypt and the creature. Frees up our Drown the Loch. Target Ardenvale. They'll activate it in response. We'll let the token resolve, and then still in response to this, we're going to pop our explosives to keep cards in the graveyard. So it's pop explosives for 0. They just let the Tormod's Crypt die? Wow. All right, that's cool. And then we'll go to land. And now we have Drown the Loch up and ready to go, and they've got basically nothing at this point. Sacrifice the clearing. Play a land. Tap in 1. Steel Shaper's Gift. You got it. What you getting? What do they get? Sword of Fire and Ice? Sure. All right, we're just going to hold our Delta in case we draw a crab, I guess. Let's untap. Mesmeric Orb. Also good. Ashiok and Drown the Loch is super awkward, but I think we're still doing it, and we'll just scribe them afterwards. We have Delirium, so we'll hit 1,000,000 cards with it, so it's just Ashiok. I guess scribing takes down our Drown the Loch. That's kind of sketch. That might actually be a mistake, but Thopter, Mystic, Paladin. Whew. Yeah, I probably screwed up here. I probably shouldn't have played Ashiok. I should let that Drown the Loch because they can equip the sword and then I can't kill it anymore. Like, their best draw here was actually Ornithopter, which is the top card of their deck. Twice it was the top card of their deck. Wow. Better lucky than good. Because they played the Ornithopter and then put the sword, both swords on it, we probably would lose this game. But, all right, now we just can't lose. We have Fatal Push now, too. So, Milieu, 10 cards gone, plays Mesmeric Orb. And now we have Drown and Push. And the Scribe and the Orb to give you infinite cards in your graveyard. So yeah, I think we're locked up here. Gave him a chance to get out of it though. That was definitely not a good play on my part. I just kind of like miscounted my mana. The fact that we're 4-1 with this deck, and I think we've made some suspect plays over the course of multiple games, is pretty impressive, honestly. All right, we're just gonna drown this. Like actually counter it. I guess they have like a second copy of Sword of Feast and Famine and they can give it pro black or something like that. All right, sure. That's game. So we'll take it 4-1. I must say I'm pretty impressed. Usually the mill deck is thought of as like a meme deck. I played it on stream a few times, as in Your Deck Live episodes where like people want me to play it. But this list seems pretty tight. I like the interactive elements. I like the brutalities. I think I would like to cut maybe one copy of Drown the Loch. I mean, maybe you could just board out one or two. It just feel like in the post-board games, it gets a lot worse. It is very good, though. Deck seems kind of sweet. Wouldn't mind with some more brutalities on the board. I don't think you need Leyline with the incursions. I don't love Bontu and Damnation. I think I would prefer to have like 2 more brutalities, and then I think explosives is honestly good enough. Gust was pretty good. Deck was just sweet. Deck just played well. We didn't play optimally. We still went 4-1. And that last deck was a little hokey, but yeah, super sweet. So definitely, if you like milling and you like alternate win conditions, check this deck out. Again, I can't pronounce the name. Mauricio, perhaps, 998. Went 5-0. This is Mauricio's list. And yeah. It was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it very, very much. I am Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Make sure you, like, comment, subscribe on the Cool Stuff channel. Of course, check out the actual article itself on CoolStuffInc.com proper. Video article Monday, written article Friday, free content every weekday on CoolStuffInc.com, and promo code Jim5, 5% off your order. CoolStuffInc.com. I'll see you fine folks next week. I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Signing off. Thanks for watching.